Y'all aren't going to greet me?
Good.
Y'all aren't going to say hello to me?
Of course, Rach.
All right, I don't want to be left out. Well, we got a fun show coming up today. We got a lot to get into, so let's get it started. Yesterday, the basketball world followed what appeared to be a Kawhi caravan from a private jet to a hotel in Toronto. And the big question still remains, what team will Kawhi Leonard play for this next NBA season? Yesterday on Get Up, Jalen Rose had this to say.
What I'm 99% hearing is that Kawhi Leonard will be returning to Toronto and signing a 2-year contract. He just completed his 8th season. That's going to put him at 10 years. That puts him in position to get the largest available maximum deal for a player of his tenure.
Okay, so assuming that Jalen Rose is correct, Damon Jones, if Kawhi chooses to pass on the Lakers, would he be making a mistake?
He would be making a big mistake. And here's why. Ryan, you know, when we come into this league, we come in this league to do 2 things, right? Get money and win championships, all right? So if he signs with the Lakers, he maximizes his opportunity to win championships for the rest of his career. Yes, LeBron James there, AD's there. LeBron's going to be going out 2-3 years from now, but you still have the top 2 players in the top 5 still on that team if LeBron James is gone, in Kawhi Leonard and Anthony Davis. Now, you tell me, if he joins Toronto, if he joins the Clippers, is he going to join 2 guys in AD who's averaging 24 points and 11 rebounds in his career, LeBron James 27 points, 7 assists, 7 rebounds? Is that going to happen?
No, it's not the same tier of guys, but I don't think that's the concern when I'm thinking about Kawhi Leonard. Hear me on this, D. Jones. The one thing about Kawhi Leonard, he's a made man. This guy was already a finals MVP. He was born into the league winning, okay, in San Antonio. He's been a part of that. And the big question now for a lot of guys who get championships, can they get it on their own?
No.
D. Jones,
go ahead.
We just watched one of the most impressive performances ever, only rivaled by Michael Jordan and LeBron James in the NBA playoffs. So if we're looking at Kawhi Leonard, a guy who doesn't run his mouth, doesn't demand a lot, he's already proven himself. I'm not saying this man needs to retire right now. There's nothing left for him to prove. But even if he doesn't get a championship next year, you don't look at Kawhi and say there's food left on the table. There's something else that he needs to do basketball-wise.
But just think about this. If he goes back to Toronto, okay, they were 1 shot away from losing to the Philadelphia 76ers, okay? And if they lose that game, okay, we're not having this conversation, okay? He goes to the Lakers. You got LeBron James. You got Anthony Davis. And whoever else you put around him, everybody's saying they need to get free agents right. I don't care who you go. You could sign me again, okay? And I don't even have any more eligibility.
You heard it here first.
You understand? So what I'm saying is, you have to go where you can maximize. I don't care if you won 2 championships already. You've been finals MVP 2 times. Continue to win. Because at the end of the day, once your career is over with, the legacy that you want to leave is you were the greatest player.
Yeah, but D. Jones, you acting like these are 2 organizations that are in shambles.
No, they're not.
Outside of the Lakers, and none of them are shabby.
No,
so,
they're not.
Okay,
No, they're
if
not.
you look at Toronto, you still got Pascal, Gasol, OG Anunoby should be back.
Stop it. Stop it.
Hold on.
Pascal Siakam, Paul Gasol, LeBron James, or Anthony Davis. Come on, man. What are we talking about?
I'm not comparing those 2, but you're acting like that's a shabby organization. They won. They came out of the East. Milwaukee essentially is just about the same team, but if Kawhi Leonard is there, they're still favorites. If you look at the Clippers, it's the best run organization in sports. So right now, yeah, there's not that superstar there. They could make moves to bring somebody in, but they put together a good young nucleus, and they have talent. Danilo Gallinari, Lou Williams, Montrezl Harrell. We'll say what, B+? Maybe not the A++ pluses of LeBron James and AD, or A- for AD, wherever you want to rank them. But those are B+ NBA stars, right on the cusp of being all-stars and possibly next year getting there. So I don't think he can go wrong. This is a situation we call these, what we call them, rich people problems. Okay?
very much so. But listen, Ryan, I'm going to close it out like this. You said that they're on the cusp of being all-stars.
Yeah.
the guys with the Clippers.
Yeah.
You got Pascal Siakam, Kyle Lowry.
And Pascal should have been an all-star last year,
Marc Gasol in the East in Toronto.
Mm-hmm.
You got 2 of the top 5 players in the league. We're not talking about guys that are on the cusp. We're talking about the guys that are at the top of the mountain.
Here's my problem with you, though. You called it a mistake, though. You cannot call going to the Raptors, going to the Clippers, might I add, which is home. You know what it's like to play at the crib, dog.
Yeah.
You know what it's like to play at the when you get a chance to play at home.
A lot of ticket requests.
And win? Yeah, a lot of ticket requests. Guess what? I don't think they can find Kawhi. I don't think they'll be able to get through to him. I don't think he's worried about that. But listen, there's nothing like it. There's nothing like it. I'm no Kawhi Leonard, man. But for the first half of my NBA, career, I was on the East Coast. Mm-hmm. And when I had a chance to come home and play for the Clippers, there was nothing like it. If you're Kawhi Leonard, you're an hour and a half away from the IE. You're an hour and a half away from San Diego. This man he's a simple guy. He's a fun guy, as you would say. Yeah. So if you're Kawhi Leonard, man, that's not a mistake, dude. That's not a mistake. He can choose happiness.
Yeah, he can. But at the end of the day, if you want to win and continue to win for the rest of your career, it's not a situation. If you go to Toronto, you might win next year. You might win the year after that if you sign a short-term deal. If you go to the Clippers, you have to wait on another star. You might win.
But what's he got to prove?
It don't matter about proving. It's about going out year after year and putting yourself in the best position to win championships.
So you're saying if he stays with Toronto, it would be a mistake? You can honestly say that you think
that's a strong word,
That's a strong take.
I'm saying that
he's returning to a championship team. The core is still there. The core of that team is there.
I'm saying if he returns to Toronto, his percentages of winning a championship next year goes way down because the East got better. The East got better. Philadelphia, they got better. Yes, they lost Jimmy Butler, but
to be determined, dog. To be determined, dog. That's not a guarantee.
Ben Simmons is going to be better. Milwaukee's going to be better. Indiana has a better team. Like, there's not going to be a cakewalk through the Eastern Conference. But if you get with those Lakers,
but it wasn't a cakewalk this past season.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't a cakewalk.
That's
and
what
if Kawhi is returning to a championship team, we don't know what the Lakers are going to be.
Yes, we do.
You do not.
You know what the Lakers are going to be with LeBron James and Anthony Davis. When you put that purple and gold on, ooh, and look, 82
Hey, man, are you a Laker guy or LeBron guy? What are you?
I'm just telling you. If I'm Kawhi Leonard, which I'm not, okay? If I'm Kawhi Leonard, you know what I'm saying? Ooh, I'm going to join them Lakers, boy. 82 games a year. Boy, we got a chance to win.
I don't have a problem with that. I have a problem with you saying it's a mistake.
Yeah, I think
going to the Clippers is not a mistake. Yeah, staying on a team that which you won, he would be the first star that we've ever seen, ever, win a championship as a free agent and bounce. He'd be the first.
That's okay.
How's that a mistake, though?
That's not the record. It's been a lot of firsts in the NBA.
Okay, there's not a degree. I'm not mad at him if he goes to the Clippers, but there's not a degree of, hey, we won, let's run it back, fellas.
I'm okay with that if he does, but I'm saying a mistake meaning that if he joins the Lakers, they winning it all.
I'm just saying,
listen. I don't care who they go get.
KD just bounced, they lost. When LeBron bounced, they lost. When Kyrie bounced, they lost. When these stars move, it's never been after a win. So I want to say it's not the worst thing in the world if he stays in Toronto. It's not a mistake, dog.
Listen.
No loyalty no more.
In my eyes, it's a mistake if he doesn't join the purple and gold.
I think it's safe to say, after what we saw last season, no matter where Kawhi goes, it's not a mistake. Wherever he goes, it's not going to be a mistake.
You hear what she's saying?
All right, we got a lot more to come coming up on First Take. We're going to ask Kevin Durant's former teammate if Stephen A. Smith was right